Mark Golding and the PNP's match is not matching up. If you follow them, you will believe that Crawford makes millions and that's why he cannot afford chicken, but has to use chicken back for Sunday dinners. You will have to believe that Angela Brown Burke never get the money that everybody get. You will have to believe that it is JLP why they did not do a thing for Jamaicans while they were in power for most of our independent history. You will have to believe that the reason why the PNP strong areas are and have been crime ridden and dilapidated from whappy time till now is a mere series of coincidences that continue to this day. And the PNP could not do a thing about it. Go to Hanover and visit the capital, Lucy. Visit the PNP areas and then go to the one JLP area in the eastern side and you will see the difference. This is the same thing across the entire Jamaica. And when you go to the PNP areas and see development, roads, water, etc., is because they voted in a JLP. But then they start to blame him for what happened even before they were born. So they always, every now and then, you have a JLP manage to win, and then they do a lot. And when while they are there, the PNP are blaming them for all the things that happened before them. And then now, when the JLP build that community now, they get rid of him and then mash it up again. This is the history. This is the history. Everywhere in Jamaica, the PNP math is never matching up. Why they are consistently leaving the people in depravity everywhere they are and everywhere they go? Tell me. If you follow the PNP and Rise United rhetoric, lying and saying that Andrew Holness thief, but there is no reason to say the man thief. If you follow Mark Golding with his Finsack blood money, which he brags about in our face all day, you will come to the conclusion that even a thieving Andrew Holness would be better for Jamaica than an honest Mark Golding. No, we all know that Andrew is clean, and all the women gravitate to his circle, which is a good sign of a man being clean, because you see how serious the women are about running a country and not a crime ring. What sense would it make for Dr. Andrew to steal money from Jamaica to only spend it back on Jamaica? Huh? For we see the money spending on us, right? It is different from Mark Golding and Finsack. It is different from the case of Mark Golding and Finsack. They tore up, they tore down, and they ripped off 25% of Jamaica GDP in one go. And the only thing we know about the money is that Bunting and Golding boast about their riches. But Jamaica get poorer and Andrew is still fighting to pay back Mark Golding's thieving legacy. He's trying to pay back for Mark Golding's thieving legacy. Corrupt politics, nepotism. Hello again, my people. Skywalker here with an urgent message to Jamaica. Everyone needs to hear this before the elections. People, hypothetically speaking, and going by Mark Golding and the PNP match, if Andrew Holness a thief, uno don't stop him. Never you dare change a winning formula, because By the PNP's calculation, the country is doing well because Andrew Holness a thief. And the IC, the pollsters, the media, and most they have in the public sector are there to sabotage, spread lies, and help Buckermaster Mark spread that propaganda. The math is not matching up, peeps. Tell Mark Golding that the math is not matching up. All right, look at this next bogus equation. Mark Golding is the son of a Buckermaster, and Mark Golding, brought his chain and chained up a black Jamaican in public to prove it. And some black people were cheering and saying, yeah. And after that, Oral Tracy and the rest of the media intensify in support of their Lord Mark Golding, soon to receive his rod of correction from Selassie I and become Joshua or something. Yet, PNP believes it makes him more of a true-hearted Jamaican than Andrew Holness. I mean, the doctor. If I lie, you tell me, peeps. JLP don't like lies. Why, when the white man come, he has to be the lord of chains and a black man? No black man is going to preside over a chain around a black man's neck on any platform. Why didn't they give a chain to PJ? Why didn't they give it to Portia or Peter Phillips? These black slaves in media and all over the place can go get their chains from Buckermaster. The man does not even show pride in Jamaica. He seems to be cheering for the opposite side when Jamaica team is playing. How does that make him a better choice than Andrew? I know, because he is Buckermaster, right? White men who put black men in skirts and show them whips, hanging trees, or chains always means something sinister behind it. There is no two ways about that. But seeing the long locks and that slave, I bet they will soon say that Haile Selassie gave Mark Golding the rod of correction, and now he is Joshua the prophet, Mark the disciple. Why wasn't Portia turning into Holy Mary or Peter Phillips into Peter, Jesus' favorite disciple? No, but on the white Buckermaster word, you show Peter much ungratefulness and painted him as useless. Now you try to do the same to Andrew Holness. People like us, who were not even political, must now step in and end the madness. We love Jamaica and we have no other choice. Mark Golding can go to those sellout Jamaicans in Canada that don't even have votes down here, but they pretend to be true diasporas. Andrew Holness cannot hide his history as a born Jamaican. This is because anywhere you live, born and raised, people know you. Mark Golding is a born British man with a British passport, pretending to be a born Jamaican with a born Jamaican passport. But no one knows him from back then as any Jamaican. He did not even have classmates and teachers. Moreover, the circumstances of his father being a British secret agent, the circumstances of his father being a British secret agent and doctor in the same field necessary to deal with polio, and whom polio coincidentally followed to Jamaica. Mark Golding could not be listed as a Jamaican citizen under British law. Mark Golding does not sing the national anthem or dress in the national colors on national occasions. All he does is tell lies, berate women, and then go to Parliament to tell Jamaica about. When you ask him for a plan, he stands and stares and blinks. The math is not matching up, peeps. The math is not matching up. How does that make him the best candidate for Jamaica? Huh? Why is a British man here in the first place who does not want to be anything other than British, as he has demonstrated? If he is not here because he is patriotic, or because he is a true Jamaican, or because he loves Jamaica, then why is he here? His only success in Jamaica did not benefit Jamaica. His only success was to get rich on Jamaica's blood money and brag about it. The math is not matching up, peeps. Do you want him to come and succeed some more? Him and Peter Bunting, whom Rhoda had to gird down a Manchester. For Andrew knows how they hate women. So he always pick a woman to discipline these haters. Manchester people can't find Bunting until this day. More of these men who love men and hate women are gonna get girt by JLP women. Rhoda pick switch already. I heard her promising them a political backsliding. People, it is not healthy to be a man who despises or prejudices women or vice versa. It is corrupt. Equality and justice is the sum total of peace that leads to prosperity. We must take back our sanity as a nation. Stick a pin. Stick a pin right here, my peeps. Pause and press the like button for me. Support the channel, subscribe and share so we can continue with these conversations. It is important to bring all these issues to light. Now, I hope I don't sound, I mean, as I don't even want as serious as blunt, yes, as blunt as Mr. Warmington. But if I do, it's because it is necessary. No, we all have read or heard of these IC reports and documents surrounding Dr. Holness, and it is conspicuous proof of the total opposite of their awful allegations. It only proves that Andrew could be the least corrupt, or at the worst, the least thieving leader so far we had. The facts show that he did not steal. But if they even said otherwise, it would still prove that he is the least of all the thieves, stealing with a conscience while leaving space to let the country grow. Remember that PNP MPs, and PNP councillors generally have no history of leaving anything that belongs to Jamaica for Jamaicans, or that will improve Jamaica for Jamaicans. The history is that they just tear it down, mash it up, and take the spoils for themselves. Compare, just a minute. Compare PNP constituencies over the years to JLP ones. Compare Andrew Holness' constituency to Mark Golding's. Mark is hiding under a rock in a safe constituency given to him by his crony Omar Davis. He stays there under a rock to hide from the Jamaican women because they are kicking woman hating butts, and it's embarrassing to these men. He needs to do nothing because nothing is what his die-hearted supporters ask for, and at least one of them seems to be asking for a change along with the nothing. They get nothing every time, so they vote for nothing again. And Mark Golding, Angela Brown Burke, and all the PNP leaders are cool with that. It's a PNP tradition, but it's the JLP and Dr. Andrew Holness they are calling out and blaming. Omar Davis, the Finsack lord, used to say, "We don't have the money." And I heard Damian Crawford's voice in my head just now saying, "Sunday I check in, but me have to eat." Angela Brownberg is saying, "What money? The money that we all received, I didn't get any. It is the JLP's fault. My responsibility is the council's responsibility instead. So dear, but show our leaders have to work. and they are proud of doing well for the people. What in this is the reason for Mark Golding to claim a higher integrity than the JLP? People, the math is not matching up. PNPism is a brainwash system, and if you follow it, you will ever be saying not Nagwan, and soon that will lead to bad mind. So be careful. Bad mind breeds criminality. Mark Golding could help Jamaica by changing the mindset of PNPism, which make the PNP strongholds so violent. When Michael Manley started the PNP culture of PNPism after stealing Marcus Garvey ideas, which he did not have to implement, at least he did not know to implement them because I think he tried some. He was so desperate for power that he took a position to always ponder to the masses. He always tried to pander to the masses, the poor and uneducated. He corrupted them into a hateful tribal force in order to use them. JLP was referred to as nothing but drunkro and useless people in the minds of the PNP. In their minds, all JLP people were enemies of the state and would be better off to just drop dead. I am very serious about that too. You see, most of the masses lacked a certain level of intelligence. Their depravity and lack of education was easy to play on. The PNP did not ever intend to appeal to intelligence. They thrived off the poverty and loved to keep the people ignorant and poor for that reason. Education and the web is the PNP's biggest challenge today. Hooray, hooray, and hooray for social media. Well, back in the days, the PNP leaders would kind of intellectualize a lot and they love to brag about their degrees. Similar to how Damian Crawford behaves, although his degree is not helping him to do the math and figure out how to buy better meat than chicken back out of his millions. The fact that you can have a degree or you can intellectualize does not mean you can make a budget work. Omar Davis will agree with that. To intellectualize is like to give power to esoteric. It is to put the subject in a sense of inferiority, to think that he cannot trust his own understanding because he has no faculty to fathom what is said to him. So no, he must simply trust the bright person who speaks to him. This is one way that mind science was often used as sorcery against the people, and they would fantasize about the way these leaders spoke and the big words they knew. It was like man meeting God. And Manly even went further to become Joshua with the rod of correction given to him by the Ethiopian king, Haile Selassie. No, he was officially the high prophet. He was officially the high prophet Joshua. Although I don't remember Selassie giving him any damned rod. I don't know where he got it from. Anyway, Michael Manley took the wheels and steered Jamaica way up into the cow's butthole, and we are all witnesses to that. I remember Siaga running in and pulling us out, but Manley promptly retook the wheel by all means necessary and jammed us right back inside there again. Siaga almost cried to see the wickedness. Literally, Mark Golding seems to be just a lot worse than Michael. When a white man is overseeing change on a black man, it can never be construed as a joke. Some of you are too young to know these things about Manly's tenor. They are dark truths that will trick you at first. I remember being proud to have my certificate with Manly's signature on it because culture is a norm. Manley became a hero who would support handing out and a kind of bad-minded warped idea of socialism that turned the haves into villains. It became right to hate them for having the things they work for. And coincidentally, the JLP people were seen as the more prosperous members of society then because they worked hard. They did work hard. People, It became almost rightful or necessary to hate those that had and did not give you. Even though they were paying their taxes, those that had is it's almost like they had an obligation to give to you. You would get to question why he had two Clark shoes and you had none. It became seemingly right to hold the boy and take it away. Peeps, if more people come forward and speak the honest truth, Jamaica would be blessed for it. We always turn the worst people into heroes in Jamaica, the liars, even when their lies are obvious. Yeah, that's how it goes. A handout government is the most destructive government because there is no way to replenish what it takes to give. The government itself will now have to loot the state so that it can pander to the majority that is poor. The constituencies will break down. No roads will be fixed and no pipes laid. The government will stay in power by poor barrel means. Once the population becomes more intelligent, this partisan pork barrel government will now be in trouble. This is why many PNP parents have lag ahead with their own children once the child is educated. PNP loves the poor, but not the educated ones. They suggest that Mark Golding is so honest and incorruptible, just like Omar Davis. So is that why he is one of the main people who helped to finsack and destroy Jamaica, which to this day we suffer from, and he is one of the chief beneficiaries of the looting and destruction of Jamaica's black middle class? As always, the white man walks away with the black man's money. Too many millions of US dollars to count. But you lament that wholeness as a puny 400 million Jamaican, which you also agree was his own money with your two mouths. However, let's say he had stolen his own money, that the same facts you provide proves were the same fact you provide prove was his anyway. Where does he find so much money to be growing the economy and giving back so much to the citizens? And why couldn't Mark Golding in the past, when PNP ruled, having looted so much, give back even a pound of chicken back? Big up Mr. Crawford. The math is not matching up. If Andrew is stealing, then the best advice to him is to continue to thief, because we never had so much hope in the history of Jamaica by voting for the likes of Mark Golding's PNP, who are so perfect that as much as they steal and lie, they are still holier than God. We live in an upside down paradigm, it seems. So, if it's the stealing that is helping Jamaica, then let that stealing continue. Well, that was just a little bit of sarcasm, drawn from the irony of the erroneous PNP math that can never match out. The reason why Jamaica is growing is because there is less corruption, less stealing, and more positive work. Simple mathematics. Mark Golding and crew tearing down 25% of GDP was a holocaust to Jamaica that we still have not recovered from. Andrew is working on that recovery. Imagine the same Andrew they accuse. Ungrateful people. 400 million is not worth a frame of tissue in the scheme of things. 25% of GDP is destruction to Jamaica, Mr. Finsack advisor and beneficiary general Mark Golden. I understand that you have to try to muddy up Andrew Holness' character so that he can look like you. You want to compete with a man of your lower stature. And I get that Andrew stands too tall for you. Go sit down, man. Or better yet, go back to England and bring Bunting with you. We, the citizens of Jamaica, need a serious leader who lets his work speak for itself without the gimmickry, lies, and propaganda. We need for Jamaica to continue to grow, and we cannot change the winning formula of Dr. Andrew Holness and the JLP, including the women that beat and teach people like Bunting and Dayton and make Mark hide under the rock like Satan. The PNP math is not matching up. If it takes a thief, as you call our honest Prime Minister, to grow our country, then by all means, leave our so-called thieving Prime Minister alone. Thieves always call honest people thieves. You are the one with the thieving bag mark. Bragging about your blood money and exposing Andrew's bank accounts only proves his honesty. The entire Jamaica saw his bank accounts. So hey, why uno got some idiot asking about where he got his money from? What money? Me no see it. Me no see it in there. Think on these things, my people. Thanks for listening. Peace out.